Pardon my voice, I am sick right now, but I happen to have an issue where I was getting streaks of like on my windshield from the windshield wiper fluid. I don't know. I think what might happen was I think it froze because I thought I had diluted it enough, but from the summer I had summer fluid in there. And when it froze, it expands. And when it expands, it comes out the top. And I think what happened was, it's either the Rain-X stuff I had in there, or from it coming out the top and going down there. It was real dirty down there, and it might have got like all the dirt and grit and whatever oily crap was around there. And it slowly, when it melted, dripped into the reservoir that way. Because this is just the neck. And if I pull it out, I'll show you. That just goes right down there into the reservoir, and you know, here's the neck. So this was filthy. You could see it's like slightly dirty now, but there was so much grit and dirt around there, and there too. I kind of wiped it all off with a paper towel. You could see remnants around the side of all the crap there. So I was getting this awful streaks on there. I've done a lot of stuff. It's funny because I put in new windshield washer fluid and it seemed good, and I was getting less streaks, but I basically drained out all the old stuff, and then of course I got a low level for the this reservoir, like a low windshield washer level, and it won't go away even when I filled things up. And it's so weird that it just so happened the first time to stay after it triggered a low level, because I never let this get low. I'm pretty good on my car maintenance, and I keep this thing topped off pretty good. So anyhow, I got that low level, and I got under there. I took this sensor out, and this is what it looks like. So it sits in there like this, and then this is supposed to, the fluid will make this float, because it kind of goes into the side of the reservoir down there. I'll show you in a minute. But this stays down, and then this makes it float. Now, I cleaned this all off with Dawn, and it was all kind of like oily and gross. I ran so much, because it was oily in there, even after I like ran fresh fluid in there, and I ran a bunch of hot water through there yesterday, and it still seemed oily. So I wound up doing so much Dawn and hot water in there today, ran that through, then went cold water through it to get rid of all the suds. I was still getting low fluid, so then I was like, well, I'm going to take this out and clean it, and I did. Cleaned it with like Dawn in the sink with hot water. It seems to move much better. It's possible that it was stuck like this because it was like just oily and gelled up. Maybe it wasn't floating, I don't know, but I'll show you under the car where this goes. So all I had to do was get the car up on ramps. This is the driver's side. You see it's up on ramps. And if you see that connector there, that's the connector for the sensor. And the sensor just goes right in there. It was easy enough to get off. Some people say you have to take this thing off. I didn't. I also have the air dam thing removed because that was just getting all beat up. It would have gone in here. Whenever my wife would hit a parking block, you know, in the front of a parking spot, it would damage it, and I get tired of it, so I took that off. But you could just see right up there, it's filthy on the bottom, so I cleaned that up. I'll put this back in and test it with water. So it goes right in like that. Come on. Kind of fight me a little bit. It was hard to pull out. It's not in there all the way yet. And right above it is the pump. You can see there's an electric connector going to the pump, and then above my sensor, you can see that line up there. That's that I guess goes down to the bottom of the reservoir and sucks water, I think, for the pump. So let me see if this can snap in all the way, because I don't think it's in all. No, it's not. It's actually cockeyed. So I'm going to pause this. I'll get that seated right. All right, it's back in, seated right. This is empty right now. So I'll just fill it with hose water for now and run that through. Got my hose here. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to have to get a new sensor. Fill him up. Shoot that And there. No point in wasting good washer fluid, so I'm just gonna shoot it all out. That's more than enough. I just started to get close to the top. I didn't even have to go that far, but I just wanted to make sure I was above that level thing. I'll go in the car. Keys should be in there. All right. So, put open. Change. Still got that. Turn this radio off. Still got the fluid. You see, that's just the water shooting out. But I still have that washer fluid low, so I guess I'm gonna have to get a new sensor. I was hoping I could clean it and put it back in. Doesn't look like that's gonna work, so I'm gonna have to go get a sensor. And that's that. They're only, I saw them as cheap as like 10 bucks on Rock Auto, 18 on Amazon. From the dealer, they were like 27. I saw them as low as 24 from a dealer. It's further away. I'm not going to drive there. But that's disappointing. I'll turn it off. Open my door. Turn it back on. Oh, another thing too is when you're pulling on that to shoot out the fluid. Let me see if I got it. Oil. Ooh. I didn't get the message right now. That might be a good thing. I might have gone. I might have fixed it. But when you're letting this go, it stops after about 10 seconds. It makes you think that I pumped all the fluid out. But you're like, there's no way unless it shot it out like a fire hose. Like it'll stop right about, there we go. You have to stop it for a couple seconds. And then if you push it again, you can start shooting again. I guess it's like maybe if it gets stuck or you don't realize it doesn't want you shooting out like all your fluid in one shot. But I might have fixed this. Let's see. So out, in, car on, hood open, change oil. I think I'm good. Turn the car on. Let that cycle. Car's got a lot of miles, as you can see, over 120. I think I fixed it. I think that whatever oily. Where did I change oil? That didn't come back on either. But I think I'm good. That's cool. Don't have to go through the hassle of buying a sensor and putting that in. So, got any questions, let me know. Like and subscribe. As always, see you slobs.